का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है। तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है। मिले न स्वर्ग में वो सुख लुटाने वाला है। तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
Before we make mistake, what happens? Tension, stress, due to some old habit, we make mistake. Then repentance. Then worrying about it, because then we start thinking about Baba's Shrimat. Baba said, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't repeat it, and still I'm doing it. So slowly and slowly, the soul becomes more weak. The self-confidence goes. And then more questions in mind, because the vision is blurred. Is it really God's knowledge? Is it really God Himself teaching us? Such questions start arising. So simple faith is the answer. Once you have simple faith, you accept. And when you accept, what Baba says, when you come one step forward, how many steps Baba comes? How many? 100? 1,000? Or millions?
बन के इस चमन की तुम बाहर हो, मत बन के इस चमन की तुम बाहर हो।
Om Shanti. Experience the stage of being ignorant of the knowledge of desires and give others this experience. Determine thought to fulfill desires. Now, have a determined thought to fulfill all the different desires of all the souls of the world. To become ignorant of all desires means to fulfill the desires of others. Just as giving is, in fact, receiving, so too, to fulfill the desires of others is to make oneself full. Always have the aim of becoming an idol through which everyone's desires are fulfilled. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 25. Experience the stage of being ignorant of the knowledge of desires and give others this experience. Today's topic: determined thought to fulfill desires. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. You all are okay? Yes? We are in Shantivan. Every day is a different day. We offered book to Nirwair, offered him the garland of the virtues which we all experienced from him. And he in return said to give the gift of flowers, one each one from the garland. And that was beautiful. Actually, most of you have seen Nirwair Bhai's cottage, call it Mahadani, great donor. In that, when you enter, generally you meet him in the room where there is some furniture like living room and also dining table. But then recently, because of his health, he had been mostly lying in the bed and meeting all of us because of his lower back problem. So we will go in his room, quite a big room also. So they empty that room, remove everything, becomes a good size room. Very, very beautiful photo. Looks very much like a life is placed there. So whole day, souls from different places, they visit him. And every day at 12 o'clock, bhog is offered to Baba for him. And then yesterday I had thought to share, to meet Shanti Vannivasis. Bhumiben also had specially got a toli made for them, 600. So we shared that also. But one beautiful realization while I was talking came. That how deeply within the self, when we are full and have contentment, contentment means you are peaceful. But I was saying, generally, when a situation comes, our intellect immediately gets full with very subtle questions of how can that happen, why it happened, shouldn't have happened, what will happen now. It's like intellect is full. So, what will Baba? We are instruments and he wants to give us direction, but our intellect is already full. So, will we understand his direction? Will be able to catch his direction? So, I realize how important it is to have yoga of intellect with Baba. let intellect not be occupied with different kind of thoughts, which could be very normal. They're not negative. But even for future, the directions which Baba has to give, it is intellect who has to catch them. Or touching could happen. But if intellect is busy, mind is busy, so you won't feel that, right? So it was very interesting. I realized that all of us have to keep our mind and intellect very calm and also without any traffic of thoughts. Right? Lane has to be clear. When line of intellect or lane of intellect is clear, then Baba is able to share, or even if Baba is going to help me, Baba has to tell me, but if intellect is busy. I remember when I was leaving in 1970s, early, for foreign countries. So Avek Babdada said, intellect is like phone line, right? So keep your line very clear so that you can hear Baba, or you know Baba is calling. And I used to pay a lot of attention. But now also is the time to do that. So since then I'm saying that mind and intellect have not to be occupied with any thoughts or any questions. The first part of this month was be ignorant of the desires, knowledge of desires. And later on, Baba keeps saying, you have to fulfill desires of others. Very appropriate according to Brother Nirwair's part. Anyone comes to see you, meet you, has to say something, want something. And they're not big things, right? Could be big, but mostly they are little. You should be able to listen and you should be able to fulfill that. But if you say, oh, I am helpless and I can't do anything for you, so Baba said, no. You say, okay, this is the best way, this is the right way, this can be done. So it's very subtle. It's a new kind of concept of fulfilling everyone's desires. I don't think we have ever paid attention to that. So Baba is saying that now have a determined thought to fulfill all the different desires of all the souls of the world. Not only those who come in front of us, but whole world. To become ignorant of all desires means to fulfill the desires of others. So Baba says, so too, to fulfill the desires of others is to make oneself full. Give and get. Always have the aim of becoming an idol through which everyone's desires are fulfilled. Like in temples now. Or anywhere, even at home, people who have put the idol and they call their personal idol Ishtadev, and they make all their requests to that deity. They don't just go anywhere, only go to that idol of goddess or God. So same is we all of us. It's not only teachers or center coordinators, but everyone, Baba's every child. Your stage, your effort is same like everyone, right? So whatever Baba is saying, we all have to become that. That is ignorant of all the desires and fulfilling all the desires of others. So churn on that, reflect, and see how you become idol. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Hello, Judy Ben. Om Shanti.
Greetings. Wishing you a lovely morning. I know you're starting your day.
It is.
And I very much, I think we all of the Akti Parivar appreciates hearing the news about how Brother Nirwair is being honored there in Shantivan. It was very sweet what you shared, very touching, and also just indicated how unique our family is to do this type of thing this way. So I thought we'd start with Brother Nirwair. So this class we've been listening to, we're getting pieces of, I think. What's touched me a lot as I listened to Brother Nirwair share, we hear a lot that he was a very compassionate soul. And compassion is defined as, although I may not be going through what the other person is going through, I can understand, acknowledge, and empower. And I really felt that. Now, was Brother Nirwair always this way? Did he always have, at the very beginning, was he this type of compassionate soul?
I think quality is there, but that quality start becoming unlimited.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning it's just the few souls one is in contact, but then more and more Baba's children grow. So at this time it was unlimited, and so it's like not only generosity, but with big heart, So that expansion, the capacity, according to the stage, according to the need, is for all the souls then. So naturally, before 10 will get, then 100 gets, so 100 talk about it. So everyone talks same language, right? Same kind of experience they have.
Is it also, because I'm wondering if this is the same for all of us, that we come to Baba with a certain quality there, but it's not in its full brilliance. And then maybe this idea of purifying, that Baba is really elevating and enhancing that quality. Is that the same for all of us?
Yeah, of course. We keep becoming unlimited.
Yeah.
Because our stock gets full, and then our sharing from the stock also keep increasing. So it's for all of us. You feel that way too?
I like to feel this is what's happening. So the other quality that I've been thinking a lot this month, that I also experienced listening to Brother Nirwair, Baba doesn't use this word much, but I feel it a lot this month, is the word sincerity, to be sincere. I feel that Brother Nirwair had a lot of sincerity. Was this your experience as well?
Yeah, because when there is no personal interest, so we are altruistic. And when we are altruistic, that becomes like our main quality. But basically, like, let's say people get something, first they take out their share, right? They say, let me keep aside some before it finishes. Right? But here it is different. We say, no, Keep sharing, keep giving. That is very important. You don't think of your own self, knowing that, of course, you will get it definitely. So, his quality of compassion, his quality of listening, his quality of bestowing, I think that those qualities were always there when even he was young. But as his responsibility grows, and especially after dadis were not present, and so he opened up himself much more because he knew that how everyone go to Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi Gulzar, then Dadi Janki, and now they can only listen as angelic form, but not in the corporeal. So he really opened himself a lot.
Beautiful journey of that soul. So I wanted to tie in sincerity a bit to a point from the Murli this morning. Baba talked about accurate remembrance. If it's okay, I'm going to read a short extract to you from another Sakar Murli. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So this is it. It takes a lot of effort to consider yourself to be a tiny point and to remember Baba, the point. Superficially, they say, Shiv Baba, I remember you a great deal. However, there has to be accurate remembrance in your intellects. You have to remember him with great patience, depth, and sincerity. Hardly anyone remembers Baba in this way. So do you mind speaking to that extract? It touched me a lot.
Mm. Yeah, that's true because, sometimes when Baba says, remember me alone, right? So it could be my own subtle thoughts for myself. Okay, we know that it is through remembrance that we burn our sins, but we don't keep that thought in mind, right? I know that if we are remembering, sins will be burned. So any kind of thoughts while remembering or any bodily relationship, many sit for a long time. My so and so is not well. Baba, you have to get that one well. So they're remembering with a desire. So it's not really accurate because you won't get power. One time some people told Dadi Janki, we have to get house and we are doing yoga to get house. She said, why are you doing yoga for the house? You do yoga for yourself. There are situations, obstacles. So they go to Baba and in their intellect there are list of obstacles. Then some are concerned about some of the world situations. So they go to Baba and they have world situations, whether it's a war between two countries or natural calamities, whatever it is. So we have to remember that if I want power from Baba, right, if really I want power, just power for the soul, purity for the soul, then we will have to keep aside all this long list of different things which we take to Baba for the task to be fulfilled. So I think that we should try, even little while, that I have nothing to tell Baba, there's nothing I want from Baba. I just want to remember Baba. So that pure remembrance, I think is really very important. So that is why maybe Amrit Vela or after class, before class, we should do properly just the remembrance of Baba, not anything else mixed in that remembrance.
Thank you, Didi. That was beautiful. Big hug from my heart. That was really beautiful. Now, you mentioned now just pure remembrance, so I, the soul, get power. But I liked what you were sharing earlier as well, and I want to tie into maybe your situation there now. You mentioned when speaking to the Shantivanawasis and sharing that the yoga of the intellect, the mind and intellect, the lane of traffic has to be clear, not just power, but also guidance, directions. Now, when you were sharing, which was very powerful, I was thinking of you, but I first thought about Daddy Gulzar. And I thought about when Brahma Baba left the body, and now they need someone to be the transmessenger to get messages and not have a disturbed mind and like how disturbed everyone's mind and intellect might have been at that time, and to have a soul have a clear lane to receive guidance at that really incredible time. And I was thinking about you there now, offering Vogue, these messages coming. Are you also finding this is the case for you? I'm sure there's a lot going on there. Are you finding you need to keep the lane of traffic clear to be able to receive from Baba?
Yeah, I think that, we are, all of us, it's kind of busyness around, busyness in doing things, busyness in saying things. But whenever in between during day, I kind of go into silence, go into, let's see what Baba has, what's he. And whenever there are important decisions to be made collectively, then also, I think that is where all our stage, whether free from desires or whatever different stages we practice or we acquire even, those practices to create those stages also definitely help to clear the traffic, because I'm not responsible. I don't have to really do it. Baba is Karan Karavanar. Baba will help. I remember Lord Dada, Brahma Baba, many, many times, but also Dadi Prakashmani, when she began at 3 in the morning, she will tell Baba, today we will take care of Yagya. Today together we will do this. So she created that companionship. So sometimes you don't have to just leave it on Baba, but use Baba as companion, feel his presence, and then see how with you and for the task, Baba's directions are understood very clearly. But yeah, it's an important point to pay attention.
The last thing I wanted to ask, it's connected a little bit to what came up, I think, yesterday or maybe the day before. Nirwair spoke about it. You touched on it. This idea of, and I don't know if the cleverness sometimes gets in the way, our cleverness, but what I think was referred to as ordinary souls. And whenever I hear about the activity at the beginning of the yagya, it seems like there was a lot of simplicity. Obviously, it was smaller, less complicated, but they still had big issues to deal with. But a certain simplicity, and would we all in some ways benefit from becoming a little less clever and a little more ordinary?
See, to have a good intellect, clear intellect, clever intellect is good. It is important actually. But not, what they say, this one was trying to mold things, say things in a way. So we say, don't try to be smart. We know what you want to say. Now that kind of intellect, when you're trying to be smart, one is doing it, one is for Baba's task, one is for personal appearance. Kind of want acknowledgement of how clever you are, how good you are. Subtle desire is there. And when there is subtle desire, then you just become clever. But also there are some souls, at least few us. Everyone these days, you will be surprised even in doctors. They are supposed to know computer because they don't want paperwork. So every patient's whole history, everything has to be on computer. So some these days I saw when we go, they have some assistant who will type everything, but some do themselves. Now there are same at centers, some know, some don't know. So there are many who say, should I go and learn it? Should I go and study again? So it's a big question that we don't have those skills, and because of that we might have less value. So then I tell them that no, you can have other specialties. You don't necessarily have to have a computer and use the technology. There are a lot of people who are expert. They are IT professionals. They can help. Why you have to go now to learn computer? So it's like they're trying to be competent in the latest talents and the skills. And there they might lose what the original nature is, right? So I think if we make it very clear, wherever I am, whatever I could learn is all right. But I'm not going to go back into college again, right? And say, let me study. So I think people have to be internally very clear that sincerity is most important. And if you are sincere, you will always get someone who will come in front and will ask you for service. And they will tell you, I am good at this. What about if I do it? And you will be amazed that you don't have to do. That's what I do for myself. I immediately say, well, I know this, I don't know this. And I'm not going, some of the learning are important, but I'm not going again to learn IT stuff. But I have so many brothers and so many sisters. If you ask them, they immediately help. So, yeah, we don't have to become smart that way.
That way.
Yeah.
My last question to you, Didi. We have only a few days left on this topic. And so in these last few days of this theme, I know we'll get signals, of course, but do you have a suggestion? If there was one thing we had to focus on to become complete masters of this theme, what would that one focus be?
I think that very, very deep contentment is very important. Second is trusting that Baba will provide you whatever way your intellect need. It is capacity or it is power or whatever. So I trust Baba that, I have a very beautiful topic I will take somewhere is from surrender to completeness. That we come to Baba, some are educated, some are not, and everyone has a different task to do. So you surrender, but your journey, spiritual journey, is very important, which some people forget. And they become like, this is what I have to do. I am doing this, very much task oriented, not spiritually. So I would tell everyone that it's very important not only to surrender to God, but stay on your spiritual journey. Of course, Baba's help will be there, but you are the one who has to do it. That's
Thank
what
you
I
so
would.
much, Didi. One of the definitions of sincerity is that which comes from the heart, touches the heart. And I'm really feeling that with you tonight. So my blessing to you is you have really spoken from the heart, and it's really touched my heart. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi and Judiben. So tomorrow is Thursday, and our schedule from Amritvela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Evening 5 to 6 p.m. English Sakar Murli, together with that in breakout room Avikta Children Murli class 5 to 5:15 p.m. 6 o'clock Bhakti will start, followed by Hindi series. Sorry, a little bit different schedule as we are in India. Bhog offering will be before, and then we'll have Hindi series and then English series as we are in India. So Bhog offering will be before Hindi series and then English series. Now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
लगता है सदा, लगता है सदा, हर पल बाबा तू है अपने पास। लगता है सदा, हर पल बाबा तू है अपने पास। जब जब सोचो तेरे बारे में, गुणों की सुगंध महकाए, तेरे प्यार की किरणें लहराए, स्वर्णिम प्रकाश चमचमाए। लगता है सदा, लगता है सदा, हर पल बाबा तू है अपने पास। लगता है सदा। तेरी दिव्य शक्ति से हुआ है मेरा सफल जीवन। तेरी दिव्य शक्ति से हुआ है मेरा सफल जीवन। अतीन्द्रिय सुख से भर गया है मन का सरोवर। ये मन भी खुशी से मुस्कुराए। लगता है सदा, लगता है सदा, हर पल बाबा तू है अपने पास। लगता है सदा, हर पल बाबा तू है अपने पास। तेरी अमृत वाणी सुनाए कोयल सा मधुर गीत, तेरी अमृत वाणी सुनाए कोयल सा मधुर गीत। सुन सुन तेरी वाणी, मस्तक झुकाए हर प्राणी, देवलोक पुष्प बरसाए। लगता है सदा हर पल बाबा तू है अपने पास, लगता है सदा हर पल बाबा तू है अपने पास, लगता है सदा।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Santi. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti.
Thank you,
Shanti.
Didi.
Om Shanti Didi. Om
Thank you,
Shanti
Didi.
Agati
Thank you,
Parivar.
Baba.